You know what? It'll be really great to be able to UNC the inside of some of these locker rooms.
What? What?
Bruh. Bruh. Just Jordan's on
Crazy,
the
bro.
wall. What I mean, just
Yeah, we're back again on your screen. 41 years old. Feels like my age now. 41.
Yeah, yo, bro. Have you seen this? Like, I mean,
no. I think we should swiftly pay a visit if we can.
Bro.
Jordan's on the wall.
And them ain't. Make no mistake. Those are not Obsidian 13s.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? Them,
under the UNC 13s, that's supposed to be coming soon.
Nah.
Oh, damn it.
They're supposed to be black.
Oh, yeah. True. I remember that. So, how you doing, bro?
Good, man. Just came back from New York for a few days. My anniversary, me and my wife.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. That is amazing.
We came back yesterday. And for those of y'all that don't know, I don't do no posting when I'm out of town, so you ain't gonna be able to tell anyway. You know what I'm saying? that's how I do things. I don't know about
Q's always home. Q's always home. If he's away, he's still home. You don't know that.
Please believe. And if you at my house when they ain't here, I know you.
He's got all this. You got all the CCTV cameras locked in and ready.
What about you? I said, what about you?
I had a good week. I finally put the winterized freeze on feet, bro. Literally, I bought them like a week ago, and I had to put them straight on feet because those are dope. Like in terms of just the release, those are actually really dope sneaker. Like I'm feeling them so much. So you
see them in hand. I went to the Nike store in New York, and they had them in there. They dope. They for sure dope.
You know what the amazing thing is when you take them off, when you wear them, you've got all of that nice brown like upper to it, and that brown upper is like I told you, like a shearling coat, and then it's got that like light pinky, creamy toe, like the suede that wraps the toe. Sherbet. It's so good. It's sherbet. But then when you take the sneaker off, it's got that. When you take the sneaker off, the insole is purple, bro, and it looks like a totally different sneaker when you take it off.
Really?
You not seen it?
I ain't even pay attention to the insole.
Oh, bro. Look at that. Look. From here, looks different. Yeah. Right. Watch this. Bang.
Oh yeah.
Really? Dope. This is so dope.
Match that collar, the top collar.
Have I what do you mean matched it? I ain't matched it.
Ain't that the same color that's on the shoe?
Yeah, it's the same color on the shoe, bro. Like I'm telling you, this leather is like so dope. This is so dope, bro. This sneaker is, and you know what? This got that reinforced stitching. It's from the Shishiko that you got from the Jordan 4.
Yeah, that is some Shishiko styles.
Yeah, look at that. Woo-hoo. You know what? Something about not having an elephant print on the 3 is actually dope as well. You see what I'm saying? But also, like they've done this right. That is lower than the back there. They've done that right because I wore my. You know when we got obsessed last week with the Tinker Freeze, and then the next day, then the same day as the actual pseudo podcast was issued, I put the Tinker Freeze on feet. It hurt my feet because of the back tab being a bit slightly above the above the back ankle here, and it kind of like I was like, oh, this actually hurts. This is why I don't put these threes on a lot. And it's like the black cement threes, the same thing, because that tab on the black cement threes is annoyingly above the back. See, look at that. It's above the back there, and that hurts. That really hurts my back on my actual Achilles. So sometimes you just have to kind of love the new retros when they just kind of don't do it right. And this was comfortable. I wore it all day. Literally, I walked. If you know London, I walked from Covent Garden all the way to London Eye, which is Waterloo, and then walk back all the way down to Trafalgar Square. So we did like 16K steps in it, bro. And I was like, yo, this is comfortable. I could wear this all day. It's such a great shoe. Such a great shoe.
Yeah. Speaking of great shoe, I got a guest this week.
Okay, and now we're talking.
This guest is one of my close friends. I've been knowing him for 9 years now. Long as I've been knowing my wife, pretty much.
Yeah.
And he been getting some great shoes lately, and he brought a conversation toward me, and I said, you know what? Just come on the show and talk about it. Everybody's opinions are important, and I really believe that this will be a different type of show because he's not a sneakerhead per se, but he getting into sneakers more, and he enjoys sneaker content and the sneaker culture. So, with no further ado, I want to bring to the pod my brother. That's all I'm gonna say. My brother. It's your boy Drew in the building.
Thank you.
Welcome, brother.
Welcome to the show, bro.
Yeah, this dude right here,
man.
This dude right here, I can't put in words how solid this dude been since I've been knowing him. So it's my pleasure to have you on the pod, bro.
It's my pleasure to be here.
So introduce yourself, bro. You got your title. It's your boy, but what's give us a bit of a breakdown of yourself. I'm putting you on the spot for like a good 2 minutes.
Okay. Name's Andrew, aka Drew, aka it's your boy, aka amateur at best when it comes to these kicks. I'm originally from Queens, New York. I moved to Atlanta, where I was for 15 years. Now I'm in Louisville, Kentucky. As my brother Q808 pointed out, I'm not a sneakerhead by any means. And I do believe it was because I spent a large part of my life impoverished. A lot of the sneakers, like I would just look at it like, shit, if it's cost effective and it fits, then I'm good. And I just elevated myself to where I wasn't buying $20 sneakers at Walmart and $40 sneakers off of Amazon. And I'm now buying adult sneakers, as they would say. Like it's still a little bit of a sticker shock for me, but
no. Drew. Are you saying that you was buying GSs before you actually stepped up to the?
No, I was buying Avias from Walmart that looked like Nikes, but were clearly not, and not made from the same materials. And I was buying all sorts of Chinese named whatevers off of Amazon. That was like between $35 and $45. That came delivered in a plastic bag, not even in a box. I'm happy to no longer be in that part of my life and on to a new, grander scale part of life.
Yep.
So
round of applause, bro. Round of applause.
So we talk about blame on this show, right? So I'm gonna have to take a little bit of blame, whether you want to call it blame or credit. because, like I said, I've been knowing Drew for a long time. Drew been knowing me since before 808 Kicks.
No. We're blaming you, bro. There's no
No.
credit given here. We're blaming you. I know what you're gonna say, bro.
Drew been knowing me since before 808 Kicks, and he's seen me go from buying, just whatever Nikes or whatever Adidas to having a room full of shit that's average $200. You know what I'm saying? So, and Drew has always supported. You know what I'm saying? He always, and I ain't talking about from no fan perspective, like from a real life perspective. You know what I'm saying? He's always been supportive of anything. Like even when I was still doing music, he was supportive of that. So I do feel like in him being the supportive person and good friend that he is, he kind of got some secondhand needs over there when it comes to the sneakers. Because I remember having these conversations with you when I first started doing the sneaker shit. And it's always been a respectable perspective. And I feel like that's why sometimes when me and TJ had conversations, I always go back to the casual perspective, because not everybody feel the same way about sneakers as we do. But
we live in
even though you understood at the same time.
Yeah, welcome to the parallel dimension of sneakerheads, where we don't consider any other sneakers except for all the OGs and the limited shit. So and anybody sitting outside either with their Air Force Ones or their Dunk Pandas, they're thinking, "Raw, you guys are obsessive here."
Well, truth be told, we kind of are, but I think everybody got something they obsessive about. It just depends on what it is.
Everybody's got an obsessive behavior. Trust me, it's always the case. Go on, bro.
Drew has made a couple of purchases lately.
Okay, I'm excited.
What was that first purchase that you recently made?
The first purchase was the Jordan Midnight Navy. I want to say 6s.
Mm-hmm. So TJ, for us a newly enshrined sneakerhead, how you feel about Midnight Navy 6s as the first sneaker?
That's all I need to say. That's all I need to say, bro. That's dope. That's actually really dope.
Yo, how and it, when that shoe released, we was talking about how people were sleeping on it. Bruh, I don't think you could have really picked a better retro Jordan that was coming out around that time to go with. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, as far as the pairs I seen, that's probably one of the better constructed releases this year. I'm talking collabs too. Like that Midnight Navy 6, the materials on that shit is ridiculous.
It's as good as the 585s. It's as good as the 585s. That material. That's a dope sneaker. Like from my perspective, it's all white. It's all white. Everybody's gonna say, "Oh, it's an all white sneaker," but the Midnight Navy that touches that sneaker in terms of the midsole is just so dope. So dope. I actually saw it. I was actually walking around yesterday and I saw my first pair of Midnight Navy 6s on somebody's feet, and it looked dope. Like don't. You know what? It's great. Don't underestimate a sneaker if it's still sitting, because when you rock it, nobody else has got it. That's dope.
And one thing I'd like to add, like, it's funny because Q actually invited me to be on the show. What was it, around Labor Day sometime?
Something like that.
And that day he had told me to get them. But when I went on the site, they were sold out in my size.
Yeah.
And then one day I'm sitting at work. I just happened to go on the app and I saw them and they had them in my size. So I immediately pulled the trigger. And now it's come full circle. So now that I have them, now I'm on the show. So I think Everything happens in its appropriate time.
You know what? I totally forgot about that because you came in. Remember when we had the barbecue? TJ, I was telling you we had a barbecue. Drew actually came in town that day. He didn't know that we were barbecuing. He just showed up at my house at like 9:30 in the morning. The doorbell rung, and me and my wife looked at each other like, "What the hell?" No, matter of fact, no, you text us. He was like 5 minutes away from the house. I'm about to pull up. Like, what the fuck? You live in
I called because I was gonna just show up, but then I was like, wait a minute, it's Saturday morning. People might be sleeping late, or people might be out running their errands. I don't want to get there and they either sleep or they not at home. Let me call first.
Right.
But I had that thought when I was literally off the exit from the house.
No, Drew. You should just parked up and got your binoculars around and say, "Yo, bro, get out of your bed. I can see you."
Nah, but that Midnight Navy, bro, that's a dope sneaker. The second one you got, it was not on my radar, but I didn't know it was as dope as it is until you brought it to my attention. Like I had saw it was just a quick scroll by for me. But when you said you showed it to me, I'm like, wait a minute, I should have been researching this. What shoe was that?
That was the Air Up Tempo 96s, the Thank You Wilsons.
Ooh.
And actually what made me want those, because like in my younger life, I was all about dark colors, like navy, burgundy, brown, black, gray. And so now that I'm older and I'm just expanding my horizons, I like to look for colorful stuff that'll stand out. And I was scrolling and I saw the up-tempo 96s, but they had like a pink that went off into purple. And I was like, what's this? So let me look into it. And like I said, they're called the Thank You Wilsons. And it's a guy named Wilson Smith III, who's like the first African-American Nike sneaker designer. And so that was their shout out to him. And when I saw that he was like the first African-American to do a thing, I was like, oh, that's really dope. Let me cop these. So I wanted to get those.
Yeah, I'm just trying to pull it up. It's a dope. It looks dope. Were you tempted by the actual olive camel, almost like an olivey up tempo 96 as well? They released recently. It almost looks like an undefeated 96. Sorry,
like the ones that are like black and army green with the orange on them.
That's the one.
Yeah, I wanted to get those too.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see how the budget is structured at the moment.
Well, our size, because Drew wear the same size as us. Our size is not available in these anymore. So,
well, there goes that.
Those are hard. Those are hard. Those are actually really hard.
They're probably not too much over retail as far as the resale if you want to go that route, but hey,
yeah,
I let boats pass, man. Sometimes. Actually,
the Thank You Wilsons was the third pair that I bought. I bought a pair of like fly knits for when I'm going to the gym. But like those three, like I'm like, all right, I'm good for a moment right now. Like I might come back, but for right now, I'm good where I'm at. If I get another pair before the year's out, then I'll definitely be good.
It's really interesting because that time period between copping sneakers will rapidly decrease to like a week.
No, listen. I don't wish this on nobody, bro. I don't wish this curse on nobody, bro. Because once you get to that point now, it's hard to break, man. I recently, had to do that to myself. Like I had to force myself to be like, wait a minute. You need to slow down.
Yeah.
When it got to the point where I had like 7 pairs in 1 month, I'm like, okay, now it's getting gone way too far. I got VNDS shit coming. I got raffle shit coming. I got pickups I got to do for assists, and that when I realized, like, wait a minute, I got 7 pairs this week, or this month rather, and only 2 of them were assists. It's like, okay, we got to.
Yeah, literally all 3 of those pairs that I got, I went from not having new sneakers for who knows how long to 1 week, then the next week, then the next week.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was literally 3 weeks in a row. I was waiting for boxes to get to the crib.
Yeah.
So after that third one, I was like, I'm just gonna wind up spending my whole check in sneakers. Like I need to relax.
Yeah.
That's
That's the consequences. That's the consequences because you end up bro, like every week I'm waiting for boxes. And talking about assists, I've got 2 assists on me. I'm gonna showcase you to you guys at the moment. I'll give me a second. First one is do you recognize this box, bro?
Yeah, I got one of them right here.
Nike by you. So it's got my name on it and everything. But we don't do when we do Nike by yous. We always kind of make sure our sneakers are good quality. So we want to get, in my opinion, a good quality sneaker will last longer. Good leather, good materials, and it will last longer than a sneaker that's probably like got fugazi leather or like half-assed leather. So Jenny reached out to me. Obviously you guys probably know Jenny from the podcast early on in one of our episodes. Jenny reached out and she said, can you get me this silhouette because my friend wants it. So I was doing assist for assist, and I was like, all right, cool, I'll look out for it. And 2 days later I got a Nike by you induction, like, oh, here you go. And it kind of the Nike by you keeps restocking like 2-3 times a week here, the dunk lows.
What?
I thought, yeah, of course. I asked her, are you sure do you want it the regular release or from the restock, or do you want a Nike by you? She goes, either would be fine because her friend's been looking for them. Obviously the Nike by you is a bit more expensive, or £20 more expensive. But bro, when I'm telling you, I will do the review for this, and I'll probably record this tomorrow or sort of Monday. But like when I'm telling you, right, the Panda Dunk Low Nike by you, bro, I'm advising everybody, if you can get a Nike by you access and you want the Pandas, do it. Like, this material is not that crappy material you're getting on the Pandas. This material is premium. The tongue is leather. It's premium. This all of this sneaker is premium. Like, the materials on this is crazy. And this, look at the lateral, a medial wall and the underwall. Look at it, it's crazy. That leather is absolutely crazy. So like I would say, if you can get yourself your Nike Dunk Low by you, and it comes out every like 2-3 weeks, every 2-3 times a week, get yourself on it. And they don't just do Panda Dunk, they'll do all these different variations. You can make your own variation as well. It is definitely worth it. I'm so happy I was able to cop this for assist, but like, this is crazy. This leather is crazy, bro. I'll do the review and push it out. But my recommendations is, even if you have to pay a little bit more, and like, what, my opinion, are you going to pay resale for a plastic sneaker, or are you going to pay some proper money and a little bit extra, and it's probably going to cost you the same as resale for like a premium leather sneaker? I'd always go over the premium leather sneaker. You can do whatever you want to this and it'll still be the same.
That's whack, bro. Y'all getting to do dunk IDs multiple times over. Like, we had it twice, and twice it was a fiasco.
Yep.
I mean,
I'm dropping
whole situation, bro. Every time they do the Nike by you dunks.
Yeah. So I did it because obviously the sis wanted, and every if you guys don't follow me on TikTok, I'm on 1,500 followers on TikTok at the moment, which is great, yay. But if you guys don't follow me on TikTok, go and follow me on TikTok. I definitely always drop like on there, like Nike by You, when it actually comes on. I drop any sneakers that give you a lot of insight into what might be happening in the next couple of months to a year. So it's worth following me if you want to keep in touch with some of the releases and on when stuff shock drops and when I think stuff is shock dropping. So just follow me on my TikTok, Love Kicks Custom. So it's on there. But it's growing at the moment, which is great. But second assist. I was asked the day. You know what's really funny? People ask me the day before, or on the day an hour before for releases, and I managed to cop for them. But this one was the day before. I've not even opened the box yet. It's a Nike box, as you can see. I've not opened the box yet. And I wanted to do this with you firsthand to actually have a look. But is my camera glitching?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be back.
A few moments later.
All right, we're back. Sorry about that. My actual camera was glitching. So next up, I was going to showcase is another assist, and it's the SB Nike box, bro. Do you kind of know what they are?
I know what that is. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going to obviously get the review out for this week. This is another assist, but sheesh, bro.
Neck face.
Hey, that is dope, bro. That is actually dope. It's all patchworked in. This is ridiculous.
It's all stitched in, actually stitched in, right?
Yeah, actually stitched in. That's
the hardest. That's the dopest part about it. Like I mean, I wish they would have did a patchwork swoosh or something, but
yeah.
But bro, and it's an SB, so
look at the midsole.
Yeah. And you know what's even doper about that for skaters? Because it's all patched up.
Yeah.
They're gonna be able to skate them longer. Because the board and the ground gonna have to eat through all them patches before it start compromising the integrity of the shoe. You know what I'm saying?
And you can actually I think you get more patches. I think you get more patches in this. Let me just try and look at this. But let me have a look.
That must be for Ash.
No, it's not for Ash. I asked Ash, but he didn't want it. He already got it. But yeah, they have more patches in here as well.
Damn.
So what you can do is once you run through these patches, you can put more patches on, bro. Because it's almost like a patchwork sneaker. This is probably one of the hardest Halloween sneakers I've seen in ages.
You know what? I think that's the best Halloween sneaker this year.
This year. You like last year we had we had the dunk, mummy dunks as well. Yeah, this year is definitely a hard. This year's, but that's probably one of the hardest Halloween releases so far.
Like killing it for Halloween, pretty much.
Yeah. They do something. They do something magical with that. To be honest, it is such a phenomenal sneaker. But
those must be comfortable shoes. I bet you can walk all day in shoes like that.
You can skate. You can skate all day in sneakers like that.
Shoes like
that. So just in general, like in terms of just the sneakers, those are the 2 assists I got this week, which is great because basically sometimes people just need help with sneakers, don't they? So it's good to assist people.
Speaking of which, I want to go back for 1 second, Drew. If you decide to go for another one this year, you just go for the Chicago one. Just go for it. You know what? If you don't decide that you want another sneaker, just try for Chicago one in your size.
Okay. Has it dropped already? Or am I waiting?
No. It ain't. See, you ain't even aware of the gravity of the Chicago one situation. Okay. I'm gonna hip you to all of that, you know what I'm saying, at a later date and time. So, but just try for a Chicago one. If you get it, you'll appreciate it over time.
Okay.
Yeah, you when you clock on, you'll be like, oh, now I see.
Yeah.
Now I see. It's almost like it'll be a great introduction into being a sneakerhead. Let's just say that.
Look, even if you don't like Jordan 1s, and that if you get it, that's the only Jordan 1 you got. It's one of them ones that you should have. And everybody, Chicago 1 ain't just for sneakerheads. Everybody in the whole world should have a pair of Chicago 1.
Yeah, let's just say this, Drew. Like a lot of people want to get the Chicago 1 and retire for life. So you're getting into it, and you're basically like, "Yo, I got the Chicago 1. I'm just starting. Welcome to my world." It is one of the best. It's probably besides the bread one, the Jordan bread one is probably one of the most iconic sneakers. I would say in history. I would put up
the Chicago 1 is the most iconic sneaker ever. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the Jordan 1. It's the shoe that started sneaker culture.
Yeah, I would say that, but I think I'm always going to say this: the red one brings more to the relevance of thrusting
Because of the band story,
more.
The band story is about the airship anyway. So
yeah. I agree, but the colorway, the black and red colorway, is probably to me the one more iconic. But Chicago's. If you as a sneakerhead, I would say if you can get all the OGs for 1 to 14, just you get them like in terms of all the sneakers that Michael Jordan wore, and you get them, and you'll be a happy man for life. I'm not even joking. That is the true grail, isn't it? Pretty much, like you get, correct me if I'm wrong. For any sneakerhead that loves Jordans, getting the OGs, all of the OGs that Michael Jordan wore, and then just calling it a day, that's probably the grail list. Like that should be on everybody's grail list.
Yeah, and I don't think you can really get any better than having all the OGs. Like, that's a goal of mine.
Yeah, exactly. So, what are we going to touch on what happened this week, bro? Because the chaos continues. The chaos always continues.
Let's go and get it out the way, bro. Because
so, obviously, this week we saw Kanye West. Basically, I know. This is more sneaker relevant than anything else. So we obviously saw Kanye West do what Kanye West does best over the last couple of months, and then Adidas obviously had to respond to it, and Adidas swiftly and sweetly said, "No, thank you, Mr. West. We are done for the day," and then literally cancelled his contract. Drew, I don't know how much you're aware from an outside perspective, so it'd be quite good to get your opinion first. So what do you know about this situation?
I know enough to where I'm not gonna say too much because he ain't finna get me canceled. I know that much. I ain't got nothing going on, but for things that I want to have going on in the future, I'm just gonna, stay beneath the radar on that. But it's one of those things when the interview first got posted, because I know he did a whole bunch of interviews, but I know he did one specific one on Nori's podcast. And I usually listen to Nori's podcasts when I'm at the gym in the morning on like a Monday morning. And when I saw it, I was just like, I'm not in the proper headspace for whatever he's about to be talking about. And then all of a sudden, it was just like a whole storm hit the internet. Mm-hmm. He said this, he said that. And it's like, I've seen sound bites where I'm like, it's cringeworthy because you know that there's going to be a whole lot of stuff to follow behind it. Mm-hmm. And it's like, some things, it's like, he got a point. Other things, it's like, what the hell is he talking about? And it's just too much at this point. And I don't even know if I'm in the proper headspace for it right now.
I think I think it's complex. Kanye is going through a complex situation just within himself as well. And obviously, he said he's not going crazy. He's saying all the stuff that's basically implying that he's in a good headspace, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem like he is. But he's like, I'm gonna put a bit of a spin on it. Maybe like I think basically it feels like he needs to take some power back for himself, and I think he's using. Well, he's not using. He's basically saying that he wants to fight for his people. I don't know what that pretense is, and it just seems like from a political stance, he's actually going against all the businesses because they're owned by certain ethnic groups, and he's not happy with it because he's saying he's basically coming out in small context, and it's been and it's kind of created division a lot among us, a lot of people, even within the ethnic and black community, because obviously some people are with Kanye, some people are against Kanye, some people with agendas are actually with Kanye because obviously they've seen it, they've want to kind of use that narrative, which is not great, but obviously the narrative being is we need to the community is being culture vultured, but that in itself brings a big question, and the question is, and I raised it in my sneaker news, is will Adidas be seen as culture vultures if they release Yeezys without the Yeezy brand? That's the question.
No. Okay. All this is his fault, right?
Yep.
Whatever, and you know, I've maintained a certain stance, even though I kind of flip-flopped as far as favoritism in between situations with him. Most of which I found myself on the opposed to side, and sometimes I found myself on the supportive side. But now, overall, I've been opposed to because of the way he does things.
Yep.
Everything is just so sporadic, bro. Everything is so off the hip. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't nothing seem calculated. Even when it comes to his designs, you know, his design choices, and the way he sees fashion and the way he approaches different situations, it always seemed just off to me. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about the products themselves, just the way he do stuff. It just seemed thrown together in a way. So when you get the type of, even with, you know, going through the stuff with Adidas, being so public with everything and calling people out and all that, bro, like that ain't.
So I'll give you an example. I in one perspective, I do feel what Kanye's saying, but not the whole anti-Semitic thing or the racism thing or anything like that. I don't feel that that's a necessity to kind of do that anyway, because basically you should all be working together. But in one of his recent interviews, because I like to deep dive and delve into stuff, and he said in these interviews, there's a couple of things that like I said, it's a whole conundrum and spectrum of mayhem all combined. But he has very bad points and he has some really relevant points, and it's all mashed up together. So that's what gives it that whole crazy vibe. One of the things he did say in his interview was the fact that when he was with Yeezy brand and when he did his first couple of shows, one of the biggest designer brands from Louis Vuitton reached out to him to make a deal with him. I think it was Louis Vuitton. So they wanted to do a deal with him, and in the progress of doing that deal, he told Adidas, "Yeah, cool. I'm not going to do anything. I need to get on my contract." And then it was, for what he said, it was them trying to sculpt his creative narrative, because they did the deal. He told Adidas that he was going to do this whole new venture with Louis Vuitton or whoever the designer company was, and they sculpted the deal. Like within 2 to 3 days or to a week, they sculpted the deal, and it kind of like he was like, okay, cool, that's a bit weird, and then they gave the deal to Virgil Abloh. So, and they broke up that partnership with Kanye and Virgil Abloh. So, what he's saying is a lot of people are within the industry seeing the great things that the community is doing, and especially the Black community. And what they do is sculpture the community at the early stages, to break it up.
I don't want to hear that from him. I don't believe that from him.
Okay,
and maybe it's because of the presentation that it makes a lot of the stuff that he say unbelievable. But it's okay. Check this out, and I don't want to play this whole thing.
Yeah. But that's the narrative that's coming from Kanye at the moment, and that's why he's got his views.
Be his narrative because of the backlash that he get, and as the backlash come, and this is he's received backlash before, right? Every time he do something off the wall, he received backlash, but he ain't never got hit this hard.
Oh he got hit really hard, bro.
Check this out, man.
There's two things that are happening. A lot of times when I would say, oh, I'm the richest Black man, it would be a defense that I would use for the mental health conversation. To say, oh, you guys say I'm crazy, but look at this, I made money. And but that is not godlike to be showing off. So if it's not godlike, then God will take that because it's all the church's money, right? So what's happening right now is I'm being humbled. Another thing that's happening is by me being burned to the flesh every single day, it's actually proving what I had to say. So when I went to the mediation, what I want to say is like Black people are like, okay, Lex Friedman got you to apologize. Pierce Morgan got you to apologize to the Jews, but you never apologized to us about the George Floyd comment that made us feel bad. Now, the thing is, okay, JFK, they got a lot of documentaries about how it happened. So we can argue about how it happened, which I like the fact that we can do that. But regardless, when I see that video as a Black person, it hurts my feelings. And I know that police do attack.
See, no, bro. No, bro. Like what you talking about?
Yeah.
So you telling us you know, but you didn't know. But I didn't know. But I don't, like what is he talking? What is he saying, bro? He ain't make damn point. And this video, that was just a minute or so of this video. It go on for another 4 minutes and some change. At no point in this video is he now he did say the word apologize. But why you gotta jump through 17 hoops before you can apologize for something now that you did a couple of weeks ago that was stupid before you did it?
Yeah. For sure.
Like, come on, bro. This is only because he know he really messed up this time. Like all these big corporations cutting ties with you, like it's looking real bad. On the music side, Def Jam dropped good music. You know what I'm saying? JP Morgan, Adidas, ain't none of these high fashion brands finna touch you now. If they do, it's for shock value, you know what I'm saying, or for monetary purposes. And then in this very clip, he goes on to talk about how they wanted to take him off of the billionaire status, and he brought up Michael Jackson and Prince and saying how this Jewish doctor, and this is supposed to be why he's mad at Jewish people, because this Jewish doctor tried to give him a prescription that would have killed him like Michael Jackson and Prince. I'm like, bro, okay.
It's I don't think there's one point trying to work out how people culture vulturing, and there's another point trying to attack a whole ethnic group because that's not right. That's not right. Like I always said, racism shouldn't have a platform anywhere in the world. It's what he said, what he's done is not right. But on that narrative, he's very confused. Like I think what you're saying is totally spot on. He's backing down on some of the statements he's put out because obviously they've actually hurt his brand. He's been dropped by everybody. Like, let's just say that.
Situation. We ain't mentioned that. This man.
No, I'm gonna mention it. I'm gonna mention it now, because basically, apparently, and I'm just gonna say this. I'm calling big cap on Skechers, right? Because I don't know if he ended up doing what he did, or apparently he walked into Skechers with his entourage demanding a deal, but like. I'm gonna say this is what the statement is. Ye escorted from Skechers HQ after unannounced Yeezy partnership inquiry. That's a big cap. No, Skechers. I'm going to be honest with you. Nobody wants to deal with you. You're the ones who copied Yeezys in 2019. You're pushing up belugas, Skechers. Nobody really wants to deal with you. You're not that relevant. I'm being honest, bro. Skechers was an orthopedic shoe when it first came out. It was designed for being orthopedic. They developed. They started biting. And I think Kanye was. Going to Skechers for reparations to get his money for all the shady Yeezys that they were doing back in 2019. So bro, I know this is blasphemous, but Skechers. I'm gonna say this: you're not a Puma, you're not a Reebok, you're not a New Balance, you're not a Nike, you're not an Adidas. You're not even on anybody's second thought, so that's a big cap, and I will be definitely taking you to court at the end of this, because like nobody wants a Skechers. Let's just put it that way. I'm not being a sneaker. I'm not being a sneaker snob, bro. I'm not being a sneaker snob. I'm just saying it like he is. How are you out here basically shouting out Kanye, saying, "Oh, Kanye wants to do a Yeezy." Yo, if Kanye reached out for you guys to do a Yeezy branding, I'm pretty sure you would have jumped on it. I'm not even joking. Mm-hmm. So stop capping. And like this is one story. This is another story that I kind of don't basically. I'm gonna be ruthless today, bro. I don't care. Skechers, stop chatting shit, right? And it's as simple as that. I'm gonna also say something about who. Where is it? Yo, I can't find our article. But basically, Foot Locker, you're the next group. You don't get Yeezys like that. What are you pulling off the shelves? You don't get Yeezys like that. What are you pulling off the shelves? What are you putting? I know there's no variation called a Ghost Yeezy on your shelves, bro. What are you putting off? That's simple as.
I mean,
you stop capping. So I know you did. I know you did it out of face, image, and value to say, "Yo, we're gonna drop Yeezys," but you don't get Yeezys. What are you dropping? You might as well drop yourself.
Foot Locker then went back to the 90s, bro. They been flooded with Reeboks, and Filas and Pumas and New Balance.
I know.
And they ain't even getting the Superfly New Balance yet.
Exactly. I know you're trying to save face and all of that. I know you're trying to save face and all of that, and I know you're trying to make it sound like, yo, we're gonna stop. Yeah. We're gonna do this. But when have you? Yeah, we're canceling Yeezy too. Just join the bandwagon. I'm there for you. No, you ain't there for nobody. Yeah, exactly. Remember us? We don't sell Yeezys, but we're gonna drop Yeezys. Yeah, you're that guy. You're that guy in the background, right in the back. Just puts his hand up, saying, "Yeah, me too."
Shut up, Foot Locker.
Oh, by the way, that's the second person we're taking to court today, because that's going to be interesting. The third thing I'm going to just definitely say is, for all the brands out there that shock dropped all your Yeezys last week because you couldn't get rid of them and nobody wants them. Yeah. I see you. I see you. How many Yeezy silhouettes did you drop last week? How many was it? I saw a mass. Yo, bro, on like Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That was Tuesday, Wednesday when. Yeah, bro. All I'm saying is, when you guys in the States said no more Yeezys, all the European guys goes, "Here's your Yeezys." I'm not even joking. It was like a mass, like 5 or 6 silhouettes just dropped out of thin air. Like, where are you keeping these? And I'm pretty sure some of these guys are backdooring these pairs to all the resellers. I'm not even joking. Like, yeah,
Man, ain't nobody. They opened up the warehouse, bro.
Bro, I'm gonna say this. We're gonna go back onto the moral side of this in a bit. What Kanye's done, I don't agree with at all. What some of the points he's making are interesting and they're talkative points, but he's an absolute chaotic mess at the moment. We're gonna go back into the moral aspect of this about Adidas and what they'll do. But what I'm gonna definitely say is, Yo's Yeezys. In the future, yeah, there are a lot of you see the trend at the moment. All the resellers are picking up all the Yeezys at this moment in time from StockX, from Gold, from all the other places. What they're gonna do is hold on to them for the next couple of years, and then look what's the price. You see that Zebra price, that Yeezy Zebra that was 1,500 years and years ago. Yeah, that's coming back.
I'm good on all that.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, I'm just basically saying, like, it's gonna be crazy. Like, it's gonna definitely be crazy in the next couple of years in terms of Yeezys. But like, you've seen a lot of she's seen lots of what do you call it? Just companies do some shiftier activity, especially in Europe. And the fact that all of a sudden the news came out and they were like, "Yo, let's just drop all our load." Literally, like, let's just get rid of them as soon as possible. But before we go back to the moral side of the story, I want to get Drew's opinion. What are you thinking so far? You came into the sneaker world at the right time when you want to see all this chaos, bro.
Yeah, the one thing that I can say about Yeezys, when he was on top, I celebrated along with him. I'm always up for seeing someone that looks like myself being successful. Me personally, I was never going to be per se a purchaser of Yeezys. They're just not my style, so to speak. But again, like I said, I would definitely applaud him for being successful at what he was doing. Now that all this chaos has ensued, the only thing that I can say is that I'm not going to write him off. One thing that I don't like that I see in my community as a Black man is how quickly we are to write each other off for something that we don't like. And then on the other side of the coin, how quickly we are to be inviting and accepting of other cultures for doing one thing that might mirror something in our community.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna get onto that. I'm definitely gonna get onto that. Stop ostracizing each other, because basically, I would say, support is support where it's needed. If Kanye needs mental help, then he needs mental help. We need to support him through that. I don't write off Kanye. He's a crazy genius. He will be back. Our short attention span society will forget this in the next 2-3 years, and all of a sudden he'll be back.
Next 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, I to that point, Drew, I don't even think it's about being back for him. He's not leaving.
Right.
Yeah. He's anchored in.
See, this is the thing about cancel culture. When it as it pertains to Kanye West or Ye or whatever, he's above it. Not everybody that experiences as big as Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears are to the people that know Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears. they were canceled, and it hurt them very badly. Kanye has been hurt badly, very badly. If the numbers are correct, from over $1 billion to 400 million, that's over $600 million. But that's not liquid. That's not tangible. You know what I'm saying? So the one thing about this, when we talk about numbers, it ain't Kanye West can't liquidate everything and just have $1 million cash. You know what I'm saying? But all his contracts were worth over $1 billion. And now that he's lost all these contracts, now he ain't a billionaire no more. You know what I'm saying? So losing the Adidas, which was the biggest contract, losing the music contract, which I'm pretty sure is a whole hell of a lot of money, and any other thing that he has been attached to that we might not even know about, because I don't think somebody on that level, you're gonna know about every single thing that they do.
Yeah, no lawyer wants to represent him. No music representatives. No
Right.
agency. So
that's a lot of money in contracts that he lost, but he's still up 400 million.
Yep.
So can you cancel somebody that's worth $400 million? I don't really think so.
I'm gonna say one thing though. From my experience with this whole scenario is I think he did it purposefully to cut his contracts, but
I don't think so.
I didn't.
Maybe
no.
Yeah, but
this is what I'm gonna get at. I think he purposefully did it because this Adidas is a German company. He said what he said. He wanted a reaction from a German company because we know the history about Germany and stuff like that. With
on the video that I was playing, he said that. He said Adidas being a German company and me saying anti-Semitic stuff and blah blah blah. He know that. That's what.
Yeah, and he was waiting for that.
Say that he's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy is relative. When we talking about the stuff that he going through and the stuff that he say, yes, crazy.
Let's put it this way. Nah. Let's put it this way. Some people looking at us picking up sneakers probably see way crazy. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you're right. That narrative is relevant to what somebody's perspective is, an outside's perspective. But what he wanted to do was basically cut his contract with Adidas, even if it went to Balenciaga, even if it went to certain aspects of different contracts he's got. But what he didn't expect to happen was what happened with all of the people that wanted to ostracize themselves with Kanye, which was JP Morgan, which was Balenciaga, which was his music company, which is his agents, which was his entertainment agents, which is his lawyers that were representing. He didn't expect that coming, and I think that was narrow sighted. The actions were purposeful. The reaction was blown way out of his own proportion that he didn't realize it was going to happen. So I think he kind of got stuck with that.
Imagine how many radio stations around the world won't play his music now.
Yeah.
That's bad, bro. That's bad.
No royalty checks is coming in and anything like that.
That's a lot, bro. And he ain't gonna. Maybe he thought about it in totality, like we kind of trying to do. Because again, when you at that level, you got your hands in so much stuff. You get the money that you done forgot about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what's really
you're getting checks from this. You getting so
you know what was really interesting? We could in 2 years' time or 5 years' time, we could be eating our words here, bro. Because he could have his own business, his own music record label, his own design.
We wouldn't be eating our words because again, we're talking about a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He can still do whatever he want to do.
Yeah.
He got his own studios. Ain't nothing stopping him from putting out his music independent. He might not want to because of how much money it's going to cost to do that at the level that he's at. That's the thing about being at that level is there's so many responsibilities when you have contracts with companies that do this. there are all these
distribution,
responsibilities that you don't have to worry about.
Yeah, so the
When you're
marketing,
independent, you have to do
manufacturing,
everything.
distribution, all of that stuff. Yeah.
All that.
So
you know what I'm saying? All he got to do is create.
But
he's got a
as
large enough audience to be the biggest SoundCloud rapper ever.
Oh my God. SoundCloud, bro? Just straight
Yep.
YouTube?
Yep.
Just straight just TuneCore. Imagine if Kanye West say, I'm finna drop my album on TuneCore. He gonna pay these same $75 that I can pay and drop music right now and have it be on Apple and Spotify and Tidal and everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? He could do the same things that we can do, except he's Kanye West already.
Yeah, and rather than get that 20% or 15% or 5% or the peanuts that they feed the elephants, he could basically get 100%. Like and that I feel is why he did that maneuver. I think behind it, behind every decision is always money involved, and I think that was a big one. I don't
lose. He gonna lose so much on that Adidas deal, bro. I mean, that's life. That's 3 lifetimes worth of money that he just lost. More than 3. Yeah. I'm being light when I say 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
The amount of money, and he could say what he want. What's
more valuable? What's more valuable, money or ownership? That's the question to both of you guys.
If I'm already there, of course I'm gonna see it differently. But not even really at the point I'm at now, because I mean, I ain't balling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm cool. So, depending on how I gauge the potential, or how somebody else gauge the potential of whatever I'm selling, ownership. Because if you're willing to pay me a certain amount for it, that means I can make more by myself. If I do it right.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if somebody come right now and say, I give you $1 million for the Shoe Dog podcast, the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say, hold on, I'll get back to you, and I'm gonna get on the phone with TJ and tell him we finna make $2 million off this motherfucking podcast.
And I'll be like, bro, tell him to give us a distribution right, and we'll do the podcast for however long, for a 2-year contract for $2 million. Simple.
Yeah, I'm finna negotiate for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
but like, exactly. I'm not finna just $1 million. I give you $1 million right now. Hold on, it's worth more than that. That's just business.
Yeah, exactly. I would think personally, if we were ever going to go down that negotiation route, which potentially could happen in the future, I would definitely want to make sure we have more ownership to our own product than anything else, because I don't think I would like to. I'm everything I'm doing at this moment in time is to develop my own thing, like my own, like be independent to anybody else's regimented working hours. So that's because I want to be my own boss. But I think you share that same ambitions, Q, as well. So I would, if we ever go down that negotiation marketing, I would want to make sure we have the majority of our podcasts to basically make sure we're in control. We do what we want to do. Nobody tells us the narrative of how we present or what we talk about. And I think that genuinely is authentic, rather than some areas or some podcasts where they have to have a regimented topics. See what I'm saying?
Well, no, production is one thing. Being produced is one thing. I'm all for being produced, but as far as being, bought out, I ain't got to that point yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's sometimes that's the point of creation too. So a lot of people, that's the formula they create and sell.
Yeah. But also, I just want to touch on what's interesting is we're gonna do some myth busting, because I wanna work out what Drew likes that. They put a smile on his face. The X-Files. It's always about mystery. So I wanna work out what actual brands what actual silhouettes Yeezy own. I mean Adidas own, because basically I want to work out if I can open this up. First of all, let's just see if I can open this up, because like they don't own everything. Let's just get it straight. They don't own everything. They own a multitude of things. So I'm gonna. Yeah, I got receipts. I always bring receipts to the table, and this is what it is at the moment. This is some of the patterns they own. What you'll find is they own majority, which obviously they don't own. They don't own the 700 V1, because it only on the pattern at the moment is the V2 and the V3. Right?
Wait, they got boost in them though, right?
Yeah, they got boost in them. The V3 doesn't have boost. Yeah, the V3 doesn't have boost. The V1 has boost, but the Wave Runner is not on that list. The variation, Yeezy 350 V1 and V2 is on there. The Foam Runner is on there. And it looks like also it looks interesting because they don't have the slides. So in reality, Yeezy can keep dropping slides.
That's probably why he started bucking about slides in the first place. Yeah,
exactly. Oops. So basically that is the silhouettes they own. Now the question is another. That's the myth. That's the myth is how many. The fact is this is what the models they own. This is what the patterns they have. This is what they actually own at this moment in time. So the other myth that I want to say is will they ever release a Yeezy with Supply 350 on it? Do you guys know what Supply 350 means, or SPLY 350 means?
Nah.
Okay. So SPLY 350 is I'm googling it up to give you reference to it. But SPLY 350 is Kanye's brand. And that means Saint Pablo loves you. That's what SPLY stands for, apparently, and that they can't use that. So anything with a Supply 350 on that belongs to Kanye West. So anything with a variation 2 350 or a zebra or a bread or anything like that, they can't use it.
Any 350 that they can release. Which apparently they can release 350s. They just can't.
They can release. They can't put that. So if you do get a zebra, it won't have the Supply 350. It won't have that whole narrative to it. It might be just a looking zebra, which is all the way through, but it's not the same. Let's just be honest. It's not the same. Yeah, it's going to be like.
But see, the thing that's in their favor is the fact that they own the technology, the boost technology. And the most popular silhouettes, the most popular Adidas Yeezy silhouettes
have boost them.
And so even though he owns their Wave Runner colorway and silhouette, and because I want him to make more Wave Runners. I want him to be able to make his stuff. Like I don't hate Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Like I came up being a fan of his music. I came up being a fan of him in general.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people feeling that way.
But to do his stuff, and I want him to stop acting crazy in public. I want him to stop talking crazy about his wife, and you know, putting all his business out there about his kids and all that stuff he going. I want him to stop saying offensive stuff and then turn around trying to apologize for it and not even apologizing in the apology. Like it's like he'll apologize and then double down before
I'm sorry, but that's what it is.
Exactly.
I think a lot of it is just something designed to keep you talking. Because I know one of the things that I thought about was I was listening to D.L. Hewley, the comedian, and he was like, did white lives matter when you were talking about killing Pete Davis?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so it's like, that would have been, like, after he said it, that would have been like the first question in my head. So you wearing the shirt, you got to know that that's going to come up. So why do it unless it's just because good, bad, or indifferent, he's staying in the conversation as witnessed by us having this conversation.
The problem is, look, well, I'm gonna be really honest. I'm always gonna say all lives matter. I'm always gonna say every life is important. But also I'm definitely gonna believe in the fact that there's some certain races out there that get discriminated. So the Black Lives Matter is a very, very, very relevant topic as well, and it needs to be discussed because everybody deserves equality. So from my stances, every human being that's out there is important to our mainstream, everybody. But there's always going to be a generation of people that always are going to be oppressed, and we need to stand up together as a human race and support the discriminated group. And if it means doing a Black Lives Matter representation, if it means any other lives that are actually discriminated, we need to stand up as a community of human beings and say this is not on. And I think that's one thing that's really important with the whole Black Lives Matter movement is giving that representation. But the thing is, a lot of people get offended because you you just focus on one race and they're like, what about us? But then it's not about that. It's about looking at why why that movement's happening, and that's the most important thing. So from that narrative, I just don't. Everybody's
I think
same,
what a lot of people get lost on is intent. Listening to what you just said, when you say all lives matter, I know that your intention is good.
Yeah.
On this side of the water, when people say all lives matter, they usually only say it after somebody has said Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
It's the response to that. And it's like, we're not saying that your life doesn't matter. We're saying that we keep seeing our lives being treated as though it doesn't. And so we're saying we do matter.
And that's the most important thing, and that's the most important thing to recognize is it's not like it's common sense. Everybody lives matter, right? Everybody lives matter. But the thing is, why is there conversations about certain races happening? Why is this one race or couple of races being discriminated heavily? That's when the movement starts, and it's important to recognize that movement and why that's occurring. And then kind of addressing it and resolving it, because then you can truly say, if that equation and that situation is resolved, then we can go and say every life matter, because then everybody's equal. And that's the whole narrative of the whole situation is every life matters. Every life is important. Every life should be equal. But when it's not equal, we need to stand up and represent. And this is why I'm always going to represent the oppressed. And if it means representing Black Lives Matter, and you know me, bro, I'm Indian, and I will always represent basically any kind of narrative that oppresses people. Like I'm not here to sit back and just see some like bad behavior, bad culture against any race or any religion. And that's just me personally. So yeah, there's definitely a case for Black Lives Matter. But going back to the narrative in terms of if it's moral for Adidas to release Yeezys, and we talked about this earlier, and you said you would like you just hold on. You said you would like to see Adidas release more Yeezys, but now going
no. I when I say that, I'm speaking from a business perspective. If they own it, it's their right, and if as long as people want to buy them, because none of us fall in this category, I don't believe. However, we know when all this is said and done, the smoke clears, and Adidas decide we own these designs, so we're gonna release these designs. People are gonna buy them. They might not be as hyped, which I don't care about, but if these are business arrangements that this man made with this company.
Yeah.
So whatever happens on the business level with that stuff, that's why I was going back and forth a couple of months ago when all the business stuff was coming out.
I think business wise, you're right. I think business wise, they're in the right to do whatever they want to do with their silhouettes. And I think if they want to release more 350s, more 700s, or whatever variation,
he can do what he want to do with the stuff that he got full ownership of.
Yeah. But
I want to see him continue to be successful. But I don't want to have to keep. I'm not finna go back and forth with him.
Yeah,
I've made because like I said, and I want to get off this because I knew this was gonna be big for us to talk about, because there's a lot going on, and every time we get into it about him, there's a lot going on. But I want to say this, and I want to be 100% transparent about this. I don't hate him. I wish him nothing but the best.
Yeah.
But I do not agree with the majority of stuff that he say. I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that he does. When I like something, I like it. When he did this, when they was on him about the construction bags with the hoodie with the pigeon on it, that's a dope hoodie.
Yeah.
I would wear that hoodie. But because I don't want to feel like I'm supporting him and he do so much negative stuff, in my opinion, I'm not going to go try to buy that hoodie. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean I hate him, I want him to fail or whatever the hell. I just don't agree with the man, and I don't have to support what I don't agree with.
Yeah, cool. I agree with that. I think that's right. That's the right approach. But now, like the business wise, that's fine. Business wise, it's spot on. Like what we just mentioned, you could do whatever you want. Now, ethically, this is the question. A lot as in the wake of Adidas, they've got rid of Kanye, and they've put out it's our design. We can do whatever we want with it. The next day, there was a massive backlash, and the backlash was, "Hey, here's another company that took the intellectual property of another black guy."
They ain't take nothing. That's what I'm saying.
No. Listen. I'm just telling you what the backlash is. I'm not telling you if it's right or wrong. I'm just telling you what the backlash is. The backlash was, here's another company that's taking the intellectual property of another black artist, another black designer, and they're gonna run with it because basically they've got the designs. That was the outcry on the media. And the next day after that, Adidas was like, we're not going to drop any Yeezys for the foreseeable future until everything's resolved. And I think that's because of what happened the day before. Just to put a spin on it, all the designs, all the intellectual property was designed by Donda Sports and Yeezy brand, and it was designed under Adidas. This is why they own the patents. So in retrospect, like where I work, if I come up with the idea of a design that belongs in that industry, it's the company's idea because I work for that company, and that's exactly what happened. Even though it's my intellectual property, even though I came up with the idea, it belongs to my company because I work for the company. And that's exactly.
You signed that contract, whether you read that or not. You signed that contract, so it comes back to business. We can't talk ethics with this now. We talking about
but
I get where you're trying to go with this. We're talking about him.
I know, and I agree. Business wise,
how ethical was he with his approach to anything? It wasn't about the situation.
It wasn't. This is what I'm trying to get at. This is exactly what I'm trying to get at. Is business wise is spot on. Ethically wise, it's a bit grey here, bro. It's thunders and lightnings out here because if you really think about it, our Yeezy, Adidas going to release a variation of the Yeezy silhouette without the Yeezy branding and release it if they did, right? Because a lot of people for one are thinking the same thing that a lot of people thinking at this moment. You're using somebody. This is another example of a company using somebody else's intellectual property to make profit. No. Listen. Number one. Number two. It's like, are they going to release these Yeezys knowing that there's this drama behind it, and obviously there's this sneaker. I know. Let's call it the the Adidas Comfy 350s, whatever you want to call it, right? But then you have people out here doing stuff like this to their Yeezys. Like,
yeah, so he can do what he want to do, bro.
So like, burn your Yeezy day was last week. But like, you have this example.
That person might be Jewish. That person might took personal offense to it. They were fan of the products, and they didn't like what was going on, and so they decided to burn their Yeezys on their porch mat, which probably going to start burning too. Which probably a bad idea.
Notice it was a 350 V, not 350, 700 V3. It's not one of the popular silhouettes. It's one of the.
It don't matter. They still cost money.
Yeah.
Here's my question. I'm looking at the video and it says end hate and they're setting the sneakers on fire. But to me, it seems like a rather hateful demonstration.
Yeah.
You're saying you hated what he said so much that instead of walking out and possibly finding some homeless person to give a new pair of comfortable shoes to, you decided to just waste them by burning it for the net to see.
That's what you know what out cap.
Yeah. You know what, Drew, you just hit the nail on the head there. You just basically outed this sneakerhead, and this is clout chasing at its prime, and this is why this guy's going to sneaker court today as well, because like you like. Resource is finite at this moment in time due to our current environment. You were spot on, bro. Just give them to a homeless person to wear. If you don't like it, protest and demonstration can be done in multiple ways. You don't need to own the Yeezys. And if I felt a certain way, I'm gonna still wear my Yeezys. And if I felt a certain way about a silhouette or design, or if I felt a certain way about anything, my first reaction is not to burn it or to throw it away. It's to give it to somebody else to wear. And and I don't show support because I don't like it. But I'm not gonna destroy finite resource and burn it, because you bro. It's like you might as well put £1,000 on there and burn it. You don't like the Democrats, or you don't like the Republicans. Or you don't like the Bank of England. Go and put some money on the grill and burn it because you don't feel them. So what the fuck?
And that's the same thing with what you were saying about the backlash. About Adidas still selling the intellectual property. Don't buy it.
Yeah.
Like, one of the largest arguments is about how important the black dollar is. Put your black dollar towards something else. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
But you know what was really funny is some people will go. Okay, I'm scratching my head because I can't understand some people. Some people will not like Jordans. Will go and buy Jordans and then go progressively to spend their money they bought the Jordans with and burn it. Are you that stupid?
Oh no! Anybody doing that? That's
you didn't support the brand in the first place. Right, but then you purposefully lined the pockets of the brands and then burnt the shoe.
I mean, that goes back to Snoop Dogg when they was bulldozing and steamrolling the Snoop Dogg CDs, and he was like, "They bought them."
Right.
After you buy it, you can do whatever you want. Like, if you want to damage them, buy as many of them as you want. And
that was a Doggy Style album, right? That was a Doggy Style album, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta buy them.
I remember that. Yo, I just don't understand. But like, whatever
the money's already made. The money is already made. It's your money. You bought it. I'm good. Do what you want.
There's only one person winning from this situation. There's only one person. There's only one group of people winning from the situation, this Nike and Jordan brand, they slapped back from Yeezy saying Yeezy jumped over Jumpman. They're slapped back from that quote alone. They're sitting there with their popcorn in their hands and just eating it and just looking at the situation. And they're probably like, "Yo, Adidas, I told you so." And they probably are. Probably are, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, we ain't did nothing, bro. We ain't did nothing but continue to be #1 sportswear brand in the world. So
yeah, but like
it don't affect us either way.
But let me just tell you how fickle the industry is. Like we don't talk about what happened between Ye and Nike. We don't mention that because that was in 2013. And we don't go back that far to remember the arguments, the same dilemmas, the same quotes, the same questions. We've forgotten that. We've forgotten most of the quotes that Kanye said over time. Because we want to move on from that. We want to see what he develops. And our interest in Kanye West at this moment in time, even though he's been very anti-Semitic and what he said and what he said is not on at all, he will come back from this. And he, within the next 2-3 years, we'll be talking about Kanye West opening up this or doing that or doing this instead. Because like, there's no stopping that guy. There's no stopping that guy. He's always going to progressively steamroll into whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, it's going to be tougher for him for sure, but he ain't went nowhere. I'm not going to say we because I'm not actively against him. You know what I mean? I'm not doing negative posts. I'm not out here, reposting negative stuff and whatnot. I'm we have conversations about certain situations and we just having a conversation about it, but he can't. People that's trying to stop him that do this, because we know there are people that do this. They wait for something to happen.
Just saying, haters be hating, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
so all the haters and the cancel culture, they gonna have a hard time canceling Kanye.
Yeah, haters be hating.
It's not gonna be as easy as some of the other people.
Two lines. Haters be hating. They're always anticipating. That's it. That's all you need to know. They're waiting for that. They're waiting for that wrong step for you to stumble, so they can jump on that bandwagon. It's always like that. Bro, I'm sitting here. There's gonna be haters for you, bro. There's gonna be haters for me. There's gonna be haters for Drew. There's gonna be haters for anybody out there just like you. That's all I'm saying. It's always gonna be like that. And it's a good thing to have haters because it drives you forwards. It's like, all right, cool. You can hate all you want. Just eat my dust.
Yeah, it is what it is,
bro. I want to say, Drew, welcome to the sneaker world.
I see.
On another note, before we do what we all came to do, I did want to bring this up because this is two things from my childhood. Two things that have remained to be a part of my life.
Bro, I was gonna bring. I just seen you just about to share. I literally had that. I looked at that the other day for a good 10 minutes, bro.
Oh my God, bro.
Sheesh.
Oh my God.
Those must be comfortable shoes.
Transformers.
Transformers. Jordan 5 sample. Dog. This
right, cool.
is
question, bro. Is that better than the Transformer that we got released? You reckon?
Yes.
No doubt. This
is, and you know why, obviously why I say the black metallic Jordan 5 is my favorite.
Yeah.
My favorite OG Jordan, just the greatest to me. So just putting Transform, because that's what this is. This is Transformers on top of a black metallic 5. So it can't get no better than this right here for me, man. It really can't. The 84 on the side. I mean, black. The only way this could be better is if there was a Transformer symbol on one side, an Autobot symbol on one shoe, a and the Decepticon symbol on the other
But,
shoe.
but Optimus Prime is on the sole, bro.
I see that. No, that's the Autobot logo. I mean,
Autobot. Okay, cool. Autobot.
yeah, but I wish they would have put the logos, Autobots and Decepticons on the back, but still, I'm not mad. It ain't like I wouldn't. Oh no, I ain't got the logos on it, so hey, nah, bro. I need 5 pairs of these.
All right, cool.
We ain't gonna get there.
We're never gonna get this. All right, cool.
Look at the insoles.
That's ridiculous. All right, cool. I got one for you, bro. All right, cool. I actually got 2 for you. Because we know we're gonna do it for Drew as well in a bit. Drew, you can answer this question as well. We know you love the Black Metallic 5, so I'm not gonna put the OG anywhere near this equation. Right, cool. Lose, choose, or dump, bro. Are you choosing the Supreme 5? Are you choosing the Black Supreme 5? Okay, no. I'm gonna make it even harder for you. Are you choosing the Bin 5? Right? Are you choosing the Transformer 5 the sample, or are you choosing the Transformer 5 that we got?
So I'm gonna dump the actual Transformer 5 that released.
Okay, cool.
I am going to choose. Damn.
That's a hard one, bro. That's a hard one. I know. And hopefully you know. Hopefully, Drew, you know what we're talking about. I'm gonna pull up these sneakers. Hold on 2 seconds.
He don't, and I don't think he does.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna put this up, right? So what the sneaker that Q literally got rid of is this Transformer 5.
Yeah,
right.
I don't like the patent leather. You know, if it was nubuck or leather or suede, it would have been a little more difficult. But I'm cool.
Right. So now Q is in the dilemma of picking this sneaker or the one he just showed you. This is the Bin 5. This is very, very, very limited. It's like a unicorn in the sneaker society.
Yeah, I'd go for the other ones also.
I'm choosing the Bin.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to lose the Transformer. I really don't want to. But it's a material thing with the Bin 23.5.
Yeah. I would choose the same thing, to be honest.
That super premium Italian leather that come on there, and the wax stamp, the white laces, like, yeah, man.
Yeah. All right, cool.
I'm not really a white lace Black Metallic 5 guy.
Yeah.
I know some people swear by the white laces. They won't put black laces in their Black Metallic 5 if their life depended on it. But the white laces on the Bin, because that's how it come.
Yeah.
I'm good. I would choose the Bin. I would lose this Transformer 84 sample.
Okay, cool. Now I've got another one for you, bro. This for you, bro. Q again. Are you choosing the PSG 5, the bread 5, satin bread 5, or are you choosing the Gore-Tex 5? So I'm gonna pull these sneakers up for Drew's reference. So we're looking at the bread satin 5, which is this sneaker. Absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. Look at that. That's number one in the choice. We also got the PSG 5, which is this absolutely beautiful sneaker. That is dopeness, right?
Super dope.
And then super dope. And then the last one we said was the Gore-Tex 5, which obviously is coming out soon, guys. And this is another dope sneaker. As you can see, they're just the black metallic black variations of the OG silhouette. So what are you choosing, bro? What are you choosing?
I'm gonna dump the Gore-Tex.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna dump the Gore-Tex.
Okay.
I like it though. I really like it. I might try for them. I don't know. I might.
You need to try for them. They're dope. Scott
might.
cinnamon hand.
This is a possibility. Slight possibility. I'm gonna dump the Gore-Tex.
Yeah.
I'm going to choose the PSG.
Woo-hoo, bro. It's something about that PSG logo right behind the mesh, isn't it? Yeah. And then you're losing this bread satin, the bread satins, which is I've got them down there, which is a great colorway. Anyway,
when we were in New York, I had to go to the Nike store, Nike NYC. 5 floors of just wonderfulness.
Yeah.
5 floors.
Hopefully you recorded it, bro.
I got a little bit. Nah, actually, they weren't too cool with the phone situation and that. But I could have tried a little harder, but I just enjoyed the experiences. I'm one of the type of people I believe some experiences are just to be had and not recorded.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I just soaked it up. I could tell the story, but it won't be the last time I go there. Please believe it. I ain't like I'm gonna be there tomorrow, but.
Yeah. But Drew, but Drew, we got one for you. This is gonna be quite interesting because Drew's relatively new to the scene of sneakers, being a sneakerhead. So obviously, every time a guest comes on, we make him choose for 3 variations: OGs, which is basically anything OG in terms of, let's just say, Way Runners, let's just say Breads, Chicago ones, anything that
we will see as kids.
The stuff that started it all for that brand, right? So OG. You're choosing Hype, which is the collaborations, the Travis Scott's, the J Balvin's, the Amma Manier's, all of that. That's Hype. And the regular releases, which is not collaborations and not OGs, which is any other color locking that comes out,
like the Midnight Navies and the
V6s, the Lightning 4s, anything like that. So what are you losing? Which is that loses. Basically, you lose it, but everybody else gets it. What you're choosing, you choose it, everybody else gets it as well. When you're dumping, it's dumped out of history. You no longer ever exist. So, Hype, OG, regular. What are you choosing, bro? Will you choose a dump? Let's just go for dump. What are you dumping?
Well, I always go against the grain, so I would have to dump anything that people are hyping. So,
okay.
Yeah. I thought Drew was gonna say dump the OGs. Dump the OGs.
Okay.
Like, I think a lot of people dump Hype.
I can breathe now. Yeah, I think that's the most dumped out of those 3.
Yeah.
Hype.
Yeah. So okay, what you're losing then? So you won't get it, but everybody else will get it.
I guess I would have to lose the regulars.
Okay. So you're choosing OG.
And
welcome to our world, bro.
OG reigns supreme once again. OG never lose, bro. Like I think we had one guest, which was Miller, who actually lost. Or did he dump OGs?
No, he dumped OGs because basically
he didn't choose OGs. So that's the
he chose Hype. I think
the only time.
Yeah,
OGs was not the choice. So,
but Mr. Miller's been in the game for X amount of years, so he deserves the right to choose that because he's seen OGs. And the thing is, from his perspective, it was more like people deserve to get Hype because basically it's unique to context on a context on design and the actual OGs as well. So I can understand that, definitely understand that.
Yeah.
But. I raised a question the other day. It's anniversary season, like it is, because a lot of anniversaries. We've seen the Air Force 1 anniversary. We see the Air Trainer 1 anniversary. We've seen the Air Max 1 anniversary. So I wanna kind of like, I put a poll out there this week. Why am I signed out of my YouTube? I put a poll out there last week, and basically I said to everybody, well, who did the better anniversary sneakers this year? Was it the Air Max 1? Was it the Air Trainer 1? Or was it the what do you call it? Air Force Ones. And I'm just about to pull up the receipts because I want to talk about what people chose, because I feel like what's your opinion? Who's done the better releases this year?
I'd probably say Air Max 1.
You thinking Air Max 1?
I want to say trainers, but I'm gonna say Air Max 1 because of the powders and the concepts and the Travis.
Yeah. I would have to agree with you. I would definitely have to agree with you because, like, I feel like the Air Max 1 have, even though I picked up all the variations so far of the Air trainers, I would say some of the variations are dope. Like for the Air trainers, Air Force Ones are secretly like in there with a shout because they've released so many good pairs. The West Indies, they released the premium. But I think Air Maxes have got so much releases this year. That's like it's just been so good to see.
Yeah, Air Max 1's really kind of dominated the frequency. I'll say
so. This is what people's votes are. 57% went with Air Max 1s. 29% went with Air Trainer 1s, and obviously 14% went with Air Force 1s. So it looks like a lot of people, like 7 out of 7 people that voted, the majority agree with what you just said. Because it does feel like the Air Max 1 had a really good release this year. Like I'm talking, a lot of people that for the last couple of years didn't see Air Max 1s are seeing loads more Air Max 1s released, and it's the same thing with Air Force 1s and Air Trainer 1s. Like there's been a good 14 to 15 variations of the Air Trainer 1 released this year, and that's crazy. That's like 1 per month, or more than 1 per month.
Yeah. Air Max 1s, man. I mean, we saw the wave come last year, along with the Dunk wave. The Dunk and the Air Max 1 kind of dominated the year as far as releases that majority of the people wanted. It's because
cool.
they still hard to pick up, even when they release a lot of pairs like the Matter Roots. They sell out every time they restock. So
yeah.
That's the only thing.
Talking about Air Max 1s, right? Just quickly. What do you feel about this new duck pack, bro? That's the ugly duckling pecan that's coming out.
That's a dope colorway.
And then you have just get Drew. I'm gonna get Drew's opinion in a minute, but like this is the second variation of that pack because it's definitely a pack. And this is the honeydew.
I'm cool on that. That remind me of the I can't remember what dunk it was. Came out a couple years ago. I'm good on that one. It's a cool colorway.
And by the way, we also because I did the review for the Shimmer, basically the other day, I didn't mention in the Shimmer, it's Shimmer pack. There is a Dunk High, and there is a Air Max 1 Shimmer as well. And I think the Air Max 1 is going to get a release. I'm just trying to pick it up actually. But the Air Max 1 Shimmer looks like this. It's very, very kind of reminiscent of the actual Air Trainer 1. But that's what it looks like, bro. Would you get that if it came out?
I don't like the midsole.
You don't like midsole, the splatter on the midsole? Okay, cool. Just gauging it. So Drew, what would you feel? I don't know if you've been don't know if you're into Air Max 1s or if you've seen any of the Air Max 1s that released this year. What's your opinion on it?
Like I said, I'm just getting my feet wet in it. Like I've seen the different sneakers. I know when you were showing those honeydews, I liked them. I couldn't think of a damn thing I'd be able to wear with them, but they look different.
What you mean the Air Trainer 1s, honeydews?
Yeah, like I like stuff that looks different. Like if it looks like you're not gonna see the average person wearing them, like they stand out more to me. And it could be that they stood out because I couldn't see the average person finding an outfit to rock with them.
Yeah.
Like the brown, and then like the seemingly glow in the dark green.
Yeah.
I don't know how you put that together. I'm sure somebody who's a little bit more fashion forward to make it work. So I like those personally. Like I said, I don't know if I could find anything to wear with them, but I like the way they stood out.
Yeah. I tend to end up wearing just all grey but joggers and all grey top, and then putting the honeydews on because it just goes really well with that honeydew. Just that Air 21 honeydew is just all grey with that iridescent kind of.
No, he's talking about the Air Max 1 honeydew that you just showed.
Okay, the one I've just shown. Okay, yeah, that's brown. That's really brown. You just got to wear some earthy tones, or just I think yeah, you got to wear some earthy tones with that. This just goes really well.
Yeah, probably just black that out because that green and that. I mean, unless you can find that orange like color. Cinder, was it the cinder? No, it wasn't the cinder. I'm still trying to remember the name of that dunk. Anyway, that orange and the black and those would probably be the colors that you really want to match.
Yeah. Okay.
That real barely green on there that probably is barely green on there. That'll be a tough match.
So just on that, just on color matches, I'm gonna because Drew's just getting his feet wet, and I'm gonna show two sneakers, right? I'm gonna basically try and get your opinion on what's the harder match, because this is quite an interesting discussion, because what's harder to match, right? Is it the biohack Jordan 1 biohack, right? Or is it the Jordan 1 handcrafted? What's the harder match? And I'm gonna pull these up before we this is a question directly to Drew as well, because basically I want to get his opinion on it. Will you find this hard to match? This is the biohacks, bro. Right, a lot of people put some pink laces in it. So that's the biohacks. Remember, you got loads of different color variations there. And now this is let me just stop presenting. Just do that, and that was the biohacks, and this is the handcrafted. So what in your opinion is the easier match?
I'd say that would be the easier one to match.
You reckon?
Because from the look of it, it's got less colors in it.
It's got the only problem with the handcrafted, right, is that back panel is Bordeaux. You got white, Bordeaux, forest green, mocha. The mocha brown at the back tab at the top is different to the chocolate on the toe as well. It's very different in hand.
Right, but those colors are more muted. Whereas on the other sneaker, the colors, like each individual color just pops out at you.
Cool. And by the way, it's free M, so the silver paneling on that is actually lights up in the dark. So Q's pulling out the joints. Q's pulling out the joints to show you guys. Let's focus on Q.
I still ain't wore mine yet either. I need to. So the brown here is not exactly the same as the brown in the front.
See that? I'm.
This part is silver, but it's also 3M. So
yeah. I'm gonna be real with you. I think I find it harder to match the handcrafted than the biohacks.
I don't think so. Either way, you could go all white or all black with either one of them, but you could do gray with the handcrafted just because of the silver 3M feature on it.
Yeah,
I think the biohack is the harder match. I agree with Drew.
I just wear all black with the biohacks.
And by the way, this is one lace. It come like that. It's a half black and half orange. So yeah.
Out of the two sneakers, what one would you pick though?
Which one would I wear?
Handcrafted. No. I'm talking to Drew.
Oh,
What
yeah,
one would you pick?
I'd pick the second ones.
Well, the handcrafted.
As far as to match with an outfit, yeah, definitely.
I by the way, the Biohacks was one of my sneakers of the year for when it released. Now, let me just give you an illustration of what the Biohacks look like, because this to me is one of the best pairs to release for in terms of Jordan 1. The long bow.
Yeah, I definitely I had Biohacks in hand. I had too many opportunities to buy that shoe for myself, but
yeah. So
I didn't.
So this is the Biohack. This is absolutely gorgeous. Like with the black laces, is gorgeous, but sometimes you got to just put those pink laces in. This is an absolute beautiful sneaker.
That seems like more of an event sneaker.
Hey, what?
An event sneaker. Like if you got an event that you're going to, you pull those out.
Yeah. I agree with you. I agree with you.
Yeah, it's definitely a shiner. It's because
it's an attention. It's an attention bringer.
And so hard to get when it came out.
Yeah.
It's definitely a head turner for sure.
Yeah, I might actually put that on when I see Dell on Friday, because we're going to a show, so I might pull that out. Actually, that's a good shout. That's a really good event sneaker. It's something unique to that sneaker. It's absolutely gorgeous. All right, Q, what's up next?
I think I'm ready to get into what we all here for.
Hold on.
We got a lot going on, and we ain't got that much time left.
I wanna before we do that, I wanna just basically say, by the way, Goodwill are no longer accepting Yeezys as well, so they've abandoned the Yeezy brand. So I can understand that, because everybody was donating the Yeezys, but like I think that's a missed opportunity, because if you really want to give it to the homeless people, that would have been a good way to do it. But like, Goodwill just putting their stance up. They actually basically say no.
Goodwill don't do nothing for the homeless. You got to buy stuff out of Goodwill.
Yeah.
Salvation
okay,
Army.
just give it to the homeless. I don't know what Goodwill is about. Just give it to the homeless guys. So, but like, I want to quickly touch on a couple of quick things on nothing to do with Kanye or anything like that. So it looks like, I don't know if you guys seen this. I'm actually down for this. Looks like Nike's new wave is AI. So all of these designs are put together by AI intelligent, like, you know what artificial intelligence is. They pull these actual clothing designs together for Nike. So in retrospect, as you can see, you've got all these different variations of Nike inspired AI designs, and I'm actually down for this. I like this. I like the Bordeaux jumpsuit. Looks dope. All grey, cream grey jumpsuit. This one's dope. If you see the back of this looks like a hoodie cape kind of like design. So you got a cape at the back with a hoodie attached to it, and it's just like hoodie front pockets as well. That's actually
wearing
dope.
that?
I'll wear that.
Okay.
I would wear that. That's a dope design. I think that's a dope design.
I ain't wearing none of this.
I like that, bro. That is dope, bro. That is dope. The pollen taxi. Except for the face attire, I like everything else below that. I'm not too keen.
Because it look like it look like whoever wearing this got on a helmet up under the hoodie. Alien helmet.
You got the female, you got the what do you call it, ladies variation of there, which that would go quite well with the Shattered Backboard women's release, that the Starfish women's release that released recently.
Women can dress like that though. Dudes,
yeah, that's.
I mean, this is like a Nike Samurai collection.
Yeah, I like it. I think the way forward is artificial intelligence. They don't need to actually give any royalties to any collaborations.
It's not. The way forward is not artificial intelligence designing. Come on, bro. Everything the models had on was at least 3 sizes too big. Like some of the stuff. I got I just bought some of the same type of stuff from the Nike store. Like I got on Nike sweats right now, but they fit me.
Tech wear. No, I don't mind. I don't mind a bit of a looser hoodie or a bigger size hoodie because it's nice to be a bit more comfortable. But that's I think we're going to see a lot more inspirations coming from AI intelligence from design aspects. And it'll be interesting to see what kind of designs come out of that. I think that's just a little touch in the ocean for what design work's going to be. It might be quite interesting if they produce these AIs to come up with design inspirations and they kind of modify them and release them. So that'll be quite interesting to look at in the future. Two more things I want to quickly bring to your attention before we go into what our podcast is all about. I'm not saying it's always about this, but did you see this, bro? The Dornbeckers, the 18th variation of the Dornbeckers release.
I want the Huaraches.
Those orange Huaraches, yeah?
Yeah, I can only remember maybe 2 other Huarache colorways that I really liked, but I really liked. I read the articles and everything. The ones are dope too. I might put in a bid for the ones, but I like them.
What ones? Oh, you mean Air Max 90s?
No, the Jordan 1 Low.
Oh, okay. Oh, you mean I thought that was a Dunk. No, I see. It's a Jordan 1 Low. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll actually wear those Huaraches. I don't know if I will wear those Jordan 1 Lows, but they hard. If my wife like them, I might try to get them for her, or maybe my niece or something. My sister.
Some good news for you though, bro. Is the Zion Jordan 1 Low is coming out on the 8th of November. The Voodoos, yeah. I'm gonna, and I know Drew talked about the unique sneakers. I want to get your opinion on this. Right, when you look at this design, when you look at this sneaker, what does it make you feel?
Believe it or not, I actually like
them. No, I believe it.
And they look comfortable as hell.
Yeah. For sure. So if anybody wants that, that's coming out on the 8th of November. That is dope. That is actually really dope. Dope sneaker. And that's obviously based on the Zion 2 Voodoos as well. If you don't know, go and check that out, guys.
If they don't know,
they don't need to know.
It's too late. They're already out. They're already out and they go. Based on this shoe, the Zion 2 Voodoo. So yeah.
Have you also seen the foam posits that they're releasing?
I don't want to see those.
What do you mean you don't want to see those? We talk about sneakers. We got to see them. They're probably your favorite brand, bro.
I'd like to step in for a second and say the thing that pisses me off the most is that every pair colorway of foam posits that I've looked up have been sold out.
Yeah. Foam posit culture is a subculture in sneaker culture.
Right.
That was a lot of cultures. But
you gotta be culture diverse, don't you?
people that like foams, they snatch up foams. Not every pair of foams goes quickly, but the more desirable colorways, they out of there. These I like both pairs. If I was gonna buy one, it'd probably be the black one.
Yeah, Dreamer World. This is a Dreamer World foam posits. This is coming out in 2023. So it looks like foam posits might make a resurgence next year. They tried it early in the 2010s. I think it was 2016 or 17 when they actually started releasing foam posits again.
Yeah, and we get maybe 4 or 5 foam posits every year now, at least. Yeah. Excuse me. And sometimes they're hard to get, sometimes they're not. You can't never tell how the foam posit lovers are gonna react to these. I guess you got to read a lot of comments and talk to people that actually wear foams, because I still see a lot of foams on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people are asking for the classics as well. They want to see the Galaxies and all of that stuff. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
Okay, dokie. So that was a little bit of the insights that I wanted to bring on. Obviously, we could have talked about Virgil's inspiration on the Off-White Nike Terra
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that at a later date.
Yeah. We'll talk about it.
That's not nice.
But that's the first sneaker that he actually kind of designed from scratch.
Okay.
Q's like done with it. I don't want to know about that sneaker. I don't want to hear about that sneaker. We'll talk about that later date. We'll put a pin mark on it. We're not going to talk about it until for like 2 years.
Talk about it later. All right, man.
All right, let's do this, bro. Yeah, we're ready now. We're ready now.
When resale is too high.
Damn resellers. Order.
When hype beats go too far.
These damn hype beasts. Order in the court. Order.
When the back door opens.
Guilty.
It's time for
Order in the court.
the sneaker court of public
Guilty.
opinion.
Hey, we're back, and I'm so not in with it at the moment because I need to get the music up for this. So 2 seconds, guys. There you go. Guilty. So we're back. So Mr. Executioner, what you got today?
Well, I decided not to bring a weapon today because I won't actually be doing the executions for today. I got 2 special guest executioners. Depending on the severity of the charges in today's cases, you will either get slapped by none other than Mr. Rick James as your punishment, or you'll be trampled by none other than Mr. Luke Cage, aka Power Man. So it's not going to be up to me today. It's going to be up to Rick and Luke to decide how severe the punishment is.
Okay, cool. Because we got Drew on today, we're gonna mention he's gonna bring some court cases on. So what's this court case about today, bro? What's on the docket?
So my issue today is being new to the whole sneaker custom. I basically just look for something that appeals to me, something that I like and that I want to go get. And I noticed that when I was shopping for sneakers, they'll show the woman's size and the man's size. And for the sneakers that I've gotten so far, they'll go up to size, let's say 23 in men's, which will be like 24 and a half in women's, or whatever the case may be. And I thought nothing of it until I saw a couple of sneakers that I thought were really dope and I wanted to get them, but they were women's sneakers. And so my thought would be, well, if they make the men's sneakers in women's sizes also, they're going to make the women's sneakers in men's sizes also. But then the sneakers that I want, they stop right before they get to my size.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really upset about it to the point where I had to speak to my lady about it. Now, if I'm not a sneakerhead, she definitely ain't one. However, I'm 5'6". I wear an 11 and a half. My lady is 6 feet tall. So she has to wear men's sneakers, size 11 and a half, because the women's sneakers that they make, they don't make in her size. So it's a problem for me because I can't purchase a fly sneaker such as the Air Up-Tempo 96s, the wheat gum colors that you see right now. And I think on the 11th, they have a midnight navy Jordan Bright. When I saw those, I was like, notify me immediately. And then when I saw the suggested sizes, they stopped at like a men's 10, 10 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's my issue that I'm presenting for the court today.
I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that kind of narrative and run with it because I think general neutralizing needs to happen. So every release needs to have every size. Forget the bell curve. Forget everything else. You need to do a women's release joint with a men's release together to reduce that bell curve from the lower sizes. Obviously, sizes bigger you need to do less production on the bigger sizes because not a lot of people go up to size 20, whatever it is that you want to run it 15 to 20. So it needs to be a constant bell curve. And it needs to start at like 2.5 US or even 3.5 US and go all the way up to like maybe size 13, size 14 before it starts to reduce because a lot of people are going to wear it. I think, question for you, Drew, do you feel it's sexist? Do you feel sneaker releases are sexist? Because a lot of females, a lot of women, a lot of ladies feel like men's releases are sexist because general releases are men's release. Let's be honest. I've always said this. A normal release for men's size is sexist to women because if you see a bell curve, the bell curve is very narrow in the lower sizes, so there's less production on those pairs, and it amps up right to the middle where the average size being 8, 9, 10, 11 is mass produced, and then it bell curves down. So in terms of sexism, well, I could say, well, let's not call it sexism. Instead of the sizism is a not prominent thing when the lower sizes. Because let's not go gender based because like a lot of ladies are now got bigger. A lot of females have bigger sizes than with 6, 7, 8. Maybe Jenny's size 9, which is 10 US. So in respect, let's go sizism because sizism wise, if you're at a lower size or a higher size on the bell curve for a normal release, it's quite hard to get. So size from a sizistic point of view, I'm making words up here for some reason. From a sizistic point of view, we're talking that bell curve, the lower end of the bell curve needs to be raised so that there's more pairs. If Nike or any other brand said this is the female releases where the female releases don't have a bell curve is constant and it decreases at lower sizes and you don't get sizes above like US 11, and if you merge that in with men's sizes, the bell curve is no longer a bell, it's more of a straight line, then diagonal that marries what off at the higher sizes. That's the perfect release. So gender-based sizes or size-based, that's what needs to happen because just I feel like doing a women's exclusive or doing doing a women's exclusive is representing, like, let's be honest, is representing the women's sneakers and women and sneakerhood. So that's great. I love to see it. But then, like, you're always going to have the equation where when a men's release comes and it starts at US 6 and all the people that can't wear or wear size 5 or size 4 or size 3 can't get sneakers. That is very biased to the people that can wear size 6 onwards. So it's
what we're saying is we know that not all sneakers come in full family sizing, meaning there's infant, toddler, kids, and adults. We're just gonna say adults because majority of my boxes have a women's size on it. Not all of them have a women's size on it.
Lately, there
a lot of them do. 11 men's, 12 and a half women's, which is fine. When it's a women's sneaker, the women's size is first, and then the men's size is second, right? Because we know size and a half difference. That's across the board, except for as far as adult sizing is concerned, which starts at 7.5.
Yep.
Women's sneakers have this thing that they call extended sizing. So for certain women's sneakers, extended sizing takes the shoe from women's 12, which is men's 10.5, which is a half size too small for the three of us, up to women's 15. which is a men's 13, most of the time they don't do half sizes past 12.
Mm-hmm.
So there's still a group of people, and mind you, women's sizes start at 5, which is smaller than the biggest grade school size.
Yeah.
Okay, my wife wears a women's 7.5, 8.
Which is
grade school
US
6.5, 7.
Yeah.
So not only do the very small foot women lose out, the larger foot women lose out, unless let's call a spade a spade. It don't matter if it's a women's release or not. Men are going to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
They sell us shoes with pink in them. Drew just bought a pair of shoes that got pink in them. They've released, what was that Jordan Retro that was pink, but it was a men's release.
Oh yeah, you mean the Neapolitan 3s?
No. That was a women's release.
Oh yeah, sorry, that was a women's release.
Was it the 14?
Yeah. I think it might be.
I'm not sure. I think that was a men's release. I know I've seen men's releases with quote unquote women's colors in them. So
the winterized 3s that we just showed, the
winterized 3s got pretty much got pink in them.
Yeah.
So the fact that we have to constantly go through this, we have to look and find out if we get extended sizes. And let's be clear. This Midnight Navy 11, this is a hit, bro.
Yeah.
This is a 100% bullseye by Nike and Jordan Brand on this design, the material choices. Like, everybody deserves to be able to buy this sneaker in their size, dog. That Cherry 11 that's coming out in the full family size run, I think they got this wrong. They should have did the cherries for the women. They should have did the Midnight Navies, and I'm getting a little off topic here. I'm gonna bring it back. But the point is, everybody deserves to be able to get this shoe, whether it's a women's release or not. Do the extended sizes on all the women's releases. Please.
Yeah.
And flatten out that bell curve. It shouldn't be shaped like a drink bottle. It shouldn't be shaped like a 2-liter bottle. It should be more like a mountain.
I feel like there's a lot of movement in the last couple of years for ladies to have their sneaker range and to make sneakers a bit more. And then I think it's a reason why I said it's a bit not a bit sexist, a bit sizist. And sexist is not the right word to use because a lot of people have different sizes anyway. A lot of ladies have bigger sizes, and a lot of men have smaller sizes. It's a bit sizist because basically if you make it a women's exclusive, it limits the guys, but then it gives it to sneakers. Sneaks to the smaller size for ladies and men, but also when you actually have a normal release and they don't release it to the smaller sizes, then it's a bit unfair to the smaller sizes. So there's been a lot of demand from a lot of people in the sneaker world to kind of make sneakers general, like just to have one release with the modern day bell curve, because those bell curves are designed for back in the day. We're talking ancient. You need to design a model that works for every sneakerhead, because every release needs to be one. You don't like the normal releases are more dominant in the average size range, which is more dominant with the guys. Smaller feet gang, obviously the ladies have their women's exclusive. I think the whole brands need to walk away from women exclusives and general releases and just do one release on it, and basically have it all done as one release, and never produce an exclusive for any sneaker range. That would work so much more, because it means if at this moment in time, what's actually happening is a women's exclusive is just for the smaller feet gang, and a regular release doesn't get the smaller feet gang involved, and that's not right, because then it isolates one group on the other every single release, and that's what you're trying to avoid.
I'm gonna say I can't speak on whether it's sexist. I can't speak on whether it's sizist. I just know that it feels real Drewist, because if I make money to pay for the sneaker, I want the sneaker that I want to pay for. I saw the Midnight Navies. And I was like, I want it, and I can't have them. And I feel that is very Druist, and I feel personally attacked.
And
I agree with you.
And on that note,
I agree with you 100%.
on that note, all sizes matter. So not every single brand is guilty for that. All sizes matter.
Yeah.
That's one word we can definitely use. All sizes matter. So on that note, all the brands are guilty. Make sure you update your bell curves. Make sure everybody gets the pairs they want. I know your sneakers are sitting. Make sure they're also exclusive to everybody else. And this is letting you guys know to make sure you update that bloody bell curve, because we need to make sure it's more relevant to modern day society, because a lot of people need to recognize that Small Feet Gang are representing more harder than they ever have, and you need to represent that by updating your bell curves.
Yep.
So that was a good cool case, bro. Next up on the docket, it's the big cap for the day. And one of the things we're going to definitely mention is it's the Yes Me Please 2 Foot Locker pulls Yeezy sales from stores and online Adidas terminations. So basically, if Foot Locker want to be the guy in the back shouting "Yes, me too, please," because Me Too is a big statement. Cancel culture is a big statement. I don't agree with cancel culture, because you shouldn't be canceling anybody except for yourself if you feel that way, because basically at the end of the day you need to look within before you look without, and sometimes you just talks a load of shit. So cancel culture is irrelevant to me. Discrimination deserves every action, deserves every repercussion. And Foot Locker, when did you ever get Yeezys like that? That's all I'm saying. When did you ever get releases like that? When's the last time you got a exclusive release? When's the last time you got a Travis Scott? When's the last time anybody graced you with a whole stock of Yeezys? That to me is a big cap. This is first cap of the day. This to me is cap number one. There's two more caps we're gonna run through, and like you can cap all you want, but yo, Foot Locker, you're no longer relevant out in the streets here. Let's just be honest. When's the last time you did anything decent for the community? When's the last time your call and collect wasn't backdoored? When's the last time you actually gave sneakers to sneakers rather than backdooring? When's the last time jizz ones weren't around because your Foot Locker employees were jizzing all over your shoes? When's the last time you did anything decent, guys? Let's just be honest. You're out here in the background saying "Me too, please," because at the end of the day, you just want to make yourself relevant and give yourself the headlines, because you don't get those headlines anymore. So I'm basically saying big cap. What are you saying, bro?
It's cap.
It's cap,
It's
yeah.
cap.
What? I look. There's never been a Yeezy called a Ghost Yeezy 350. So just stop ghosting all this information to us to make headlines. At the end of the day, Drew, you want to add anything before I call it?
Straight new era. Cap.
Cap. That's a statement for today. And at the end of the day, you could be the Mad Hat on that Tea Party Alice in Wonderland, but you're never gonna get that. You're never gonna get that. That incentive to be the brand that did it the most. Because at the end of the day, I can't remember the last time Foot Locker was that relevant.
And just there. They're just a constant at this point. It's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
They need to cut that bullshit out, though.
Exactly. Cut that bullshit out. You're guilty for that bad behavior of jumping on that bandwagon, because by the way, it's all right for you guys to come out and say that statement if you were getting Yeezys. It's all right to support Adidas if you were basically getting that statement and you were getting Yeezys and you were supportive, but you don't get Yeezys like that. So at the end of the day, stop capping. You're not the Foot Locker from 5 years ago. You're the Foot Locker from today. The Foot Locker from today don't get anything. So like, what are you capping about? If you want to cancel Yeezy, that's fine. Cancel Yeezy, that's fine. Just don't show your stock. But you don't get stock like that. So why you got your hands up in the background?
They tried.
They tried, and it's epically failed. Second cap for the day. I want to basically I want to bring this back up. This is the Burn Yeezy 350s or the Burn Yeezy 700s. I want to say big cap to this person for selling your stock. I can't hate on you for rejecting Kanye. I can't hate on you for your stance. I can't hate on you for your opinion, but I can definitely hate on you for burning those 350s or 700s or 500s that you got, because those could have gone to somebody that needed them more than you. Doesn't matter your political stance. I would not be throwing out sneakers that I don't support anymore. I'll be giving them to somebody that actually needs them to wear them on feet. There's a lot of people out there struggling to survive nowadays, but yet you're here using gas, using fire to burn a commodity that could be on somebody else's feet. So, big cap number 2. If you really didn't want to support Yeezy, you won't be showcasing it for the gram to actually clout chase. This is clout chasing 101, guys. This is I did it because I didn't support it because mummy, look at me, I'm a good boy, kind of vibe. So at the end of the day, yeah, like you do you, but this is not what you need to be known for. At the end of the day, from that, that's a big cap number 2. What do you think, guys?
Yep.
This is stupid.
Yeah, this is the look at me, I did it too, part 2.
Yeah.
You know what this reminds me of? Back in like 2007, 2008, when that big recession hit, there would be like all these people on World Star that were like local hood rappers burning money just to show that they weren't.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yo,
that was
yo,
stupid.
yeah, yo, bro. It's almost like spiting yourself to show you're the better of the evils. Like, not better of the evils, better of the good. So basically, like, look at me, I can do this. I got money. I can do this because I don't support this thing. Okay, you got your political stance. You don't need to shout about it. You don't need to burn things about it. You stay where you stay because everybody invite this moment in time. You know what? That's what I don't like. Jumping on that bandwagon because somebody said something and you don't believe that they're right, but you want to jump on the bandwagon and show it the most. You want to be the front runner to say, yeah, I did it. I did this. Right? Okay, good for you. What's it got you? Good. What's it got you, bro? What's it got you? A burnt pair of Yeezys. All right, cool. You don't support the brand. Good. Don't support it. Don't buy it. It's even foolish for the fact that you had these sneakers for years. Okay, you don't support Yeezy. You don't support his brands. You don't support what he said. I don't support what he said. I don't believe in racism, anything like that. But give it to somebody that wants to put it in the feet. All right, cool. Like, what more disgraceful thing could you do to just give it to a homeless person because basically you don't support the brand? It's just another Yeezy that goes to a homeless person. You don't need to burn them. 100% don't need to burn them. Like that's ridiculous.
It is what it is. Stupid is or stupid does.
So what's it going to be from your aspects? What kind of you haven't even mentioned who you're giving the actual cases to? Like what is it going to go to Rick or is it going to go to?
No, this full on Rick situation right here. Rick James will show up at your house in the middle of the night, stomp on your couch, and slap you on the way out for your stupidity.
Yeah, exactly. That's where it stands, bro. Last but not least, cap number 3. We do a hat trick here, bro. It's cap number 3. It's making sure this bad behavior, this jumping on the bandwagon, is why, bro? Why, and why? I'm talking to you, Sketchers, now, because you felt the need to say you were that important. You know what? It's almost like the dumb kid in the class saying, 2 + 2 is 4. I did that. See what I'm saying? It's like you don't
like, dude, you're in the 10th grade. If you ain't knew 10 + 2, 2 + 2 is 4 by now, and you like that ain't nothing to brag about, bro. You're supposed to learn that. And
Kanye doesn't want that Yeezy brand to be touched by. Yo, you were so desperate for attention in 2017 and 18. You designed Skechers to look like Yeezys. You were that desperate to actually get some sales. You designed Yeezys You design your sketches like Yeezys to look like the same color blocking, like the same colorway. Now, when a man's down, you want to kick him even more. Bro,
I mean, I'm
talk
gonna put it to you like this: if they were smart, they'd re-release them in new colorways. Because this is the first time I've had a Skechers conversation since I knew that Skechers existed. So I'm absolutely certain there's a lot of people that now have their eyes on Skechers. You want to drop something hot to keep that eye on you. So,
and that's why they did it.
Exactly to piggyback on your point. They're trying to get the attention of the Yeezy haters right now.
Exactly. It's like,
that's why they put
yo,
this out.
Exactly. Like, yo, we don't. You know what? Jumping on the bandwagon is crazy now, because you know when a man's down, a lot of people. I hate these type of people. When a man's down, and be it for right or wrong, when a man's down, they jump on that bandwagon, just like you, Foot Locker. Right, just like you, Skechers, just like anybody else that is clout chasing. All right, cool. If you don't believe in the guy, if you don't believe in what he's doing, if you don't believe anything else, just talk about it. Move on. Don't say, "Yo, Yeezy was in our house the other day. He's trying to sell us some Yeezy brand." Or what the hell is it? Skechers, you ain't that important. Let's just be honest. You
get a verdict on this, man.
You know already, bro.
Just please, man.
You're guilty for keep sketching and not designing and not producing because you're always biting. That's all I'm saying.
And please believe, Rick. What? I hope y'all got enough security when Rick James showed up there, because Rick James ain't come for no deal. He come to give you that unity. He came to show you what Five Fingers said to the face.
Yeah. All right. You know the situation. I'm just gonna say, I don't, like, don't get it wrong, guys. I don't like what Kanye said. I'm not here to justify what Kanye said. I don't agree with what Kanye said. Racism does not belong on any platform. It does not belong on any arena. It should be equal rights, equal everything, right? It should be, we all one human race. We all should strive to excel together. That's always been my narrative. That's always the type of person I am. But when somebody's down and nearly out, you want to jump in and put that last nail in his coffin. You want to put that last dirt on his grave. What the hell are you talking about, guys? You know, like, bro, I'm just saying, like, Foot Locker, you're no longer relevant. You've never been relevant for the last 2-3 years. Skechers, when's the last time you was relevant? That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Get out of here, bro.
Get him out of here.
When resale is too high.
Damn resellers. Order.
When hype beats go too far.
These damn hype beasts. Order in the court. Order.
The back door opens.
Guilty.
It's time for
Order in the court.
the sneaker court of public
Guilty.
opinion.
Yeah. That was some dramatic scenes in court. I wonder who those people were.
Hey man, look, the cases, the verdicts. Sometimes when they open and shut like that, bro, and it's just straight up cap. You just got to call it cap and keep it moving, bro. Hey, some stuff don't need no big debate or no big breakdown. Cap is just cap, bro. You know it when you see it, and you call it, and you keep it moving, dog.
I already got the title for this week's episode. It's like, look at me, I did it too. That's the title of this episode, bro. Big cap. Yo, bro, that's a huge cap. I don't understand. You know what? Karma is a great thing, because when you're in that situation, down and out, when you're looking for help, when you're looking for advice, when you're looking for guidance, and then people just want to slap you down. Yo, I told you so. That's what I'm saying. It's interesting when the mighty fall, and it's always driven by media and people that just want to jump on that case. When the mighty fall, it's a situation and everybody jumps on it and they're like, yo. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do this. Oh, I don't agree with this. Okay, cool. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody.
Nobody cares that scared. Nobody cares that Kanye stepped into Skechers and demanded to do this or that. I don't even know if that actually happened. That's just a statement. I ain't seen no videos. I ain't seen no proof. I ain't seen no evidence. If it did happen, if he did end up, he's probably looking for his designs because you stole them. Foot Locker. Okay, cool. You put out the statement. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Well, it's not over yet. We know it's not over yet.
Of course it's not. Of course it's not.
We're gonna be talking about it more again. Different stuff. It's gonna keep evolving, and hopefully everybody just come out at a place where they can leave it alone, man. We can get back to regular scheduled programming.
Exactly.
we got too many other issues that we can help try to resolve than to be worried about. It's just too much, man. Leave the cap where it's at. Stop chasing the clout because you ain't gonna be able to catch it from doing wasteful, goofy stuff online, bro. That ain't what it is.
Yeah, I don't. One thing I don't understand is when people make effigies of things. Like, look, think of it this way: when you make an effigy of somebody you hate and burn it, what's that doing to that person?
Like putting smoke in your lungs. That's about it.
But the thing is, think about it this way. Like, how are you giving so much energy to one person to go out? Right, listen, think of it this way: go out, spend hours getting the material, spend hours making the effigy, spend hours masquerading and patrolling. So you hate this person, then go and use money to get the fuel to burn it. How much money, time, effort have you done to do that? And just because you got so much desire and hate for one person to do that, okay, cool. You don't believe in it. You know what? Right to ignorance and to right to ignorance is great, and a right to not do anything or vote is great because you can do other things to kind of like, if like from a Yeezy stance, you can say, I'm not going to support Yeezys, I'm not going to buy them in the future. All the Yeezys I've got, I'm going to give away anyway. That's fine. I'm no longer using my money to give to somebody else for it because I don't believe in them. That's the more effective way to be detrimental to their business than to do goofy shit.
Yeah,
it's not about impact. That person thinks, oh, I'm entitled to my 15 seconds of fame. And to them, 15 seconds of fame is doing something they feel will garner attention from people.
Yeah.
So it's like you said, look at me. That's all they're in it for.
Facts. So that's why certain stuff, man. I mean, and like I said last week, is not. I ain't got too many more words for certain goofy stuff. You know, we gonna talk about it. You know, we gonna expose the goofiness and the craziness, and we're gonna have conversations about it. We gonna all have our opinions and come to our conclusions about stuff. But at the end of the day, man, certain stuff is not worth the energy. It's not worth the resources, and it's not getting you that much closer to where you're trying to be anyway.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot. You know what it is. You know what this reminds me of. It's the what do you call it? The gladiators from Rome when they were in the actual arena, and you had mobs of people kind of like this mob mentality. I believe this too. Oh, so does me. So does me. Let's just do this. Mob mentality. Right, cool. Like, you know what? We all got independent minds to think for ourselves. You rather be in a gang of people with that mob mentality because you want to gratify your beliefs with some other people in that same mentality, rather than that brings and there's so many things that brings to it, like narrow-mindedness, the fact that you're in a belief group that never looks outside to understand the justifications of anything else except for what you believe in, bro. That in itself is hatred. That's hate speech. That evolves into hate speech. So why? I don't understand, and it's so complex. We're not even going to discuss it because that to me, the whole mob-handed mentality is used by a lot of people in bigger, higher up situations to get what they need to get done. So from that perspective, do what you do feels right. But some of the stuff you guys do, goofy shit that you do and companies do, we're gonna call it out. We're always gonna call it out, and that's what we are. That's what we do. Call out bullshit. Call out drama. Call out goofy stuff. Call out the, what do you call it? The rabbit in the hat for realizing that rabbit suffocated while it was actually in the hat. So at the end of the day, do your goofy shit. Do your goofy shit. Nobody cares.
Oh man, yeah. It's not gonna move the needle as much as you think it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, Foot Locker and Skechers and even Adidas and Kanye and all this stuff, man. There are lessons to be found in some of the stuff that these people and these companies put themselves and each other through. So I'm just gonna sit back. I ain't even got no popcorn, bro. It's like a car crash for me. I'm trying to get where I'm going. I just got to pass through here. You know what I'm saying?
I tell you one thing. This whole situation, nobody's come out winning. Let's just put it that way. Nobody's come out winning.
Nah.
Nobody. Be Adidas, they lost 250 million off the bat of the last quarter. They are struggling to realize that they could be in a position where they can't release Yeezys anymore because of the hysteria that might go down from releasing Yeezys. They're in a position that they don't know what to do next. Even if they release Yeezys or the rebranded Yeezys as Adidas, the whole conundrum is, will they sell? Because then people might not get attached to them because Kanye's not there. So they're in a conundrum of their own. Obviously, Kanye was a big loser for this week. I don't want to condemn him on sneaker court because I feel he's gone through enough already. You can't, like I said, you can't keep beating a man and he's down. We know we don't even need to go to court for the opinion on that because whatever he's done is 100% wrong. But he's moral. The only winner is Nike and Jordan, I'd say, and they weren't even involved in that situation.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is, man. So the saga continues. But I did enjoy this conversation. Drew, I appreciate you coming on, man, giving me your thoughts and your opinions. I do look forward to what's going to be next for you as far as it pertains to your the beginning of your sneaker journey. Don't fall into the same traps that we fell into. and end up buying 4 or 5 pairs in 1 month.
You'll be yourself. Yeah.
I know you're a sensible dude. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't rush to judgment at all. So, and I'm always here. TJ is there. So you need any knowledge, any assist, any insight, anything like that, you can always ask me, bro. I'm gonna be right there with you for sure.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you for having me on. We're definitely gonna have to talk more behind the scenes about those Chicagos that you was telling me about earlier.
No, we don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. We got that covered.
Yo, no. QQ. Last week you said to everybody, don't ask me for the Chicago ones. Don't come at me for the Chicago ones. I don't want to know about the Chicago ones. You go for it for yourself, and you was very adamant last week.
I wasn't talking about Drew when I was saying that. That's the
All
difference.
right, cool.
Drew is my family, so
Yeah,
that's different. We talking about family. That's different.
Yeah. By the way,
if you ain't never spent if you ain't never spent the night at my house, or I won't let you spend the night at my house, you don't ask me for Chicago.
I just want to say I'm interested to see how Drew's journey is gonna kind of commence, because we'll catch up with him in about a year. I'm not probably quicker than that, but I want to see his progress next year and a year after that and a year after that. And I want to see if he ends up like us with loads of sneakers behind his back, or if he ends up with being sensible and being like selective and being precise. Because this is very a bad situation to be in, because I'm going to quickly touch before we call the podcast. I'm going to quickly touch on how it happened to me. I got like same with you, looking at sneakers, developing a love for sneakers, picking up the first silhouette, and then it became a drop in the ocean where it just expanded from like 5s to 3s to 4s to 1s to 5, 6s to 8s to 7s to 11s and 12s and 13s to Air Trainers to Yeezys to New Balance, to NMDs.
You're not.
No.
Well, I will say this.
Be cautious in your journey, bro.
A smart man learns from their mistakes. A wise man learns from the mistakes of others. So I plan on keeping in contact with those that know better than me.
We'll be seeing if you how wise you are.
Yo, man, Shoe Dog Podcast, episode 41, man. I enjoyed this one. For TJ, for my partner Drew, and your boy Drew. Don't forget, it's your boy.
It's your boy. It's your boy.
Yo, man. Hopefully everybody continue to have a great day. We're gonna get through the rest of this year, man. We're gonna see what's happening on the next go round. All right. Shoot Dog Podcast, episode 41. We are not sensible over here, all right. Well, use some sense.